so I don't know like what topics we're gonna talk about today, but I guess we could talk about stuff we like. Cause Warren, my hard drive maxed out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, the 1 terabyte one that's in my computer. So I
Damn.
uploaded like all my VODs and videos that were like from like the captures, and I was doing that like all night. Like, dude, I thought it was gonna take like maybe like a couple hours. No, it took like almost the entire night because it was like literally 900 plus gigabytes of like just strictly video.
Oh, shit.
You know, and I put it into one of my backup drives, and I did it because I was just like, whatever, you know, I'm not gonna record anything, like nothing cool is gonna happen, you know. I'm just gonna have like a casual death match on Counter-Strike, and I fucking got 4 headshots in a row with the Mac 10, and
Nice.
I was so mad. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have to like back up my videos because, dude, I wish I had room to record that. Yeah, so yeah, I was supposed to play with Dalton yesterday, but I was like, nah, dude, there's too much, because I don't know what would be like the CPU. Like, well, the CPU kind of does everything, you know. That's like non-video or non-whatever, like doing all your tasks, but also I think the RAM would be put under a lot of work too as well. So I was just like, okay, because I was having trouble uploading stuff from my iPhone into my backup drive, because iOS is so unique that I just gave in and got like the iCloud storage for like $1 a month.
Yeah,
which isn't it's not bad. And then also I think it's like $2 for like 200 gigabytes of iCloud storage, and then you could just have that backed up, and you go to iCloud, and then you can have that downloaded into a zip file, and then put on your PC, then unlock the zip, and then there you go. And then it's like, okay, I'd rather just do it like that, because it just sounds way more simple and less complicated, even if I'm paying like. But then again, dude, I mean, I might even like just pay the $10 a month to get like fucking 2 terabytes of backup storage. Yeah, there's a lot of data transferring. That's what I was like doing like all day yesterday.
Okay.
But yeah, how's your month? Or oh yeah, also let's talk about Cyberpunk. How's that been?
Oh, dude,
Since we got it working and running, you know.
Yeah, like I haven't really had that many issues with it. Like, it'll just like freeze every now and then, but it's only when I'm driving with it. But then it's like a minute later it'll start right back up again. I think, let me see how many hours I put into it already, because I've been, let's see, I got, oh shit, doesn't tell me right here. I think that was the theme. No, but yeah, dude, I've just been like doing all the, like, you know, the little police activities. Just I'm already like on 50 street cred, man. I've just been going to town on it.
Oh yeah, like, dude, those are always fun. But then also like street cred helps, because you'll have like certain weapons or items to where that's required. You know.
Oh yeah.
So it just makes that a little bit easier.
Yeah, I got exactly 40 hours on it, bitchin'.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I've just been mainly using I found this legendary revolver, got that Rebecca shotgun, and then like a knife. Because I got the Sandevistan now, and then the optical camo, so I just hit both, throw a knife at somebody, and just fucking run around and just murk them.
Man,
I got that the monowire for the arms.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm just going to town on this. I do miss the whole hacking, because like that's what I did for like the first half of the playthrough. And then I was like, oh shit, let me get a Sandy. And I was like, I kind of miss it, but nah, this shit's good, because I'm just running in there, just like getting these motherfuckers.
Yeah, just go like, I love how people have like a Sadevstan build, and they just go all like DL Brando and everybody. Like, really, because it's like they'll just like throwing through knives at everyone, like all headshot with throwable knives, and then time speeds back up, and then boom, everyone's knocked out.
Straight up.
You know, like, which it's crazy too, because it's like before that build became a thing, you know, before the anime came out, which I feel was probably like one of the better animes I've seen in like recent years.
Dude.
You know, not over
Yeah.
exaggerating. There's been like good
No, no,
ones,
no.
you know,
No,
but
no, no. Like you ain't tripping. Like, yeah, it was and like that show pretty much revived the game.
hmm
Yeah.
yeah, because there was also like a very like a broken build, and it wasn't like a broken build. It was more like a broken item. It
Hmm.
was this legendary like because you know how you have like the grenade implant like in your
Yeah.
arm. If you, okay, I had that, but it was worn and it had like sleep grenades,
Oh.
and it was like infinite. So here's the thing, it was
Oh shit.
almost like just keep shooting it and it'll like knock everyone out in one hit.
Yeah.
Like it won't kill them, but it'll just like leave them unconscious because it's like sleep rounds or whatever,
Hmm.
or knockout rounds. And I don't know if they patched it or whatever, but dude, it just made the game so broken and stupidly easy. Because the thing is, it's like I'll still play it, like you know, seriously. But
Hmm.
when the game just start getting hard, because sadly I'm the kind of person where I will rush through a game,
Oh yeah.
you know, just cause I don't know, I just always have that habit. Like I've only slowly been like playing games where I do more side missions. But yeah, but for Cyberpunk, uh like I said, it was just it was that one. Then there was also another broken build, and then also I think Mantis blades are like OP. Well, I think they were OP at the time, you
Yeah.
know, especially because I just did it to where it was just I just went into builds because after like I left your house after we got everything all set up and working good, you know,
Hmm.
I started watching like other Twitch streamers, and there was a few people who just started playing Cyberpunk, and I'm like, it just made me kind of like the game again, or just
Yeah.
like it again, because you know. So I was just like, you know, what builds do y'all use? And for me, I'm just like anything that does regenerative health, I do it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's it. Doesn't
I
matter
got a
what.
couple of those.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, I don't know. I just like to like stay moving, you know, because that's why I always go. That's why I always pick stealth builds, and no matter what kind of game I
Hmm.
play, I always pick stealth builds because one, I grew up on Metal Gear Solid,
Oh
and
yeah.
then also a lot of stealth games are very like kind of like problem solving and critical thinking in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
Because
yeah.
you know, I mean, because you can like just kind of flow through a game. Which, by the way, like you know, out of all those games from like Metal Gear to Splinter Cell to Hitman, I think Hitman probably requires like 1,000
Mm,
IQ stuff
dude.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there was even like a hilarious video, that compilation where it was called "I Can't Even Beat the Tutorial."
Yeah.
I mean, it's still one of the funniest videos ever, just because everything just goes wrong. But it's like, no, it's a game where you really have to kind of think,
Hmm.
because you know everything else is like kind of like military, tactical, whatever. But Hitman is like,
Like
no,
just
you're
gun.
you're in public, bro. You got civilians
Yeah.
everywhere. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, I'm surprised it runs pretty good on my PC, because when you have like NPCs like that, which we'll get back to the subject of Cyberpunk, but like when you have like a lot of NPCs, you know, like condensed,
Hmm.
that kind of like slows down like some
Oh yeah.
hardware. So have you had like any issues like on Cyberpunk running it?
Not really. It hasn't like crashed once. It hasn't crashed since we finally got it going.
Uh-huh.
I actually I moved up the resolution like I think 2 notches. It's still working still working good.
Oh, so you went from like 720 to 900 or something, or
Yeah. Yeah, because I
yeah,
said, well, if it's running good, let me just bump it up a couple and then, play it. And it's running great.
right,
So like I'm just been going around on it.
yeah,
I do want to do another playthrough where I do like the Berserk because I haven't seen it. I looked up on that one, the whole Berserk build and shit, and I was like,
yeah.
that sounds cool for just the whole running gun kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Like, dude,
But
yeah, I think that one involves like the monkey grip, because I mean
yeah,
that one's just cool, because I had that for a little bit, where like you know how there's like one where you know you hack a door open, or you
Yeah.
need like a key. But no, if you had like these grips or like strength or whatever, you could just rip the door open.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's just get, I played like that for a little bit, and then towards like the end, I kind of went more like hacking, but I didn't go all hacking. Even though I've seen it, and there's people who have like max builds of it, and it's so satisfying.
Oh yeah.
When you watch it, because even though there's like no action or combat at all, but you gotta understand, like, if this was like a third person's perspective, like a cinematic perspective, it's literally like someone walking casually and everything just going to shit, like everything, like everyone, like you got people malfunctioning, you have grenades going off, you have camera sensors, with the guns and all that, shooting their own enemies or whatever, shooting or what, and everything's just going off, and then you just walk through and the area cleared, and you did not, like, no sweat kind of thing. And I'm just like, that's so satisfying. But but it's definitely grindy. But at least I feel like Cyberpunk is a game to where the grind is worth it.
Yep. I'm trying to level up the crafting. Just so I can get that so I can craft out like the heat sink for the Sandevistan.
Oh yeah.
So I can shorten it by like maybe to get it to like an 8-second cooldown. But I gotta grind the legendary one, but I need like max crafting for it, so I'm just like making a bunch of like heals and shit.
Yeah. But then also, since we're like talking about Cyberpunk, which is a game that's when it came out, it was a very, like, I guess, like a technically demanding game, like the hardware and all that. And it's really good to hear that, when you said like it hasn't crashed once. I'm just glad like we kind of troubleshooted it, because like, okay, we always heard the term that, like, technology grows fast, all that. And right now, and here's the thing, you cannot argue against me about picking like the best hardware for future proofing yourself.
Yeah.
Because this is what's been going on. Resident Evil 4 has been giving people problems. Okay, so if you play Resident Evil 4 on PS4, I kind of feel bad for y'all.
Damn.
Because it turns out that there's a lot of inconsistent frame rate issues. Like, it'll go like around maybe like 40 frames a second, and it'll drop all the way down to like 20 to even 15.
Damn.
Depending. And like also, because really what starts messing up is like when people, even though it's kind of interesting because people, I don't know if speedrunners found out about this through PS4, but there is something that goes on with like the scopes on rifles. Like when you have like a sniper rifle and you zoom in, it gets really buggy, and like you'll see enemies from a distance, and then you'll just see them like stutter like a lot. So it's like, yeah, so that's where it doesn't really handle well. But there's something to where like someone does a thing where, say if there's a locked door and you have to like go around it or find a way around, to unlock it. Okay, that's what they do. So they'll just turn around, look at the floor, aim at the scope. If for some reason they'll be on the other side of the door, and then they'll unlock it there to keep the game going. So I don't know if it will be patched or what. I think it is patched because I saw Neocranium recently try to do a speed run on that game, and it just did not work for him. So I think there was a patch for it. So yeah, I mean, there was like a few bugs here and there. So yeah, the reason why I want to discuss that was because okay, now you have a GTX 1650, which is still pretty solid graphics card in my opinion. Definitely kind of like a bang for your budget, not bang for your buck, but bang for your budget. That's a new term I'll come up with right now. I'm trademarking it. And so when people were like kind of benchmarking, doing these like high benchmarks with Resident Evil 4, they had RTX 3070 Ti's, they had RTX 3080 Ti's, like 3080s, like 37 3080s, and there was not enough VRAM to support the game.
Mm.
basically meaning that it doesn't run smooth. There's texture glitches here and there, and of course, like, rendering of like maps and all that. And it's crazy because uh because the last I checked for these prices of the RTX graphics cards
Mhm.
are, let's look it up on Micro Center right now. Okay, okay, 37. Well, I mean, it's not a bad price. A
Yeah.
3070 Ti is 550 right now, but that's if you get a Zotac brand. I don't know how a Zotac is. That's why I always stick to like Asus or MSI.
Mhm.
But okay, let's look down here. Yeah, here we go. Like an Asus 630 for 3070 Ti Tough Edition. 630, not bad for what it is. But the thing
Oh
is,
yeah.
it only has 8 gigs of VRAM.
Mm.
So, and I still have to do like some research here and there, but I kind of look at graphics cards as more than like a thing you use for gaming. I
Yeah.
also think of it as like something you use for video editing or
Okay.
rendering. I kind of think of it as more.
With the one I got, since you know more about it, would it be good for like video editing?
I
Not like
I
crazy,
I
like not
want
like doing like something crazy, but just like standard video
I
editing.
want to say yes, just
Mhm.
because you have an actual graphics card and not like a built-in, because there's like stuff that other has, like I forgot what it was called, but I see them on like basic laptops
Mhm.
where it has, I don't know, because really it's more about like your CPU when it comes to that.
Okay.
But since you have a graphics card, so yeah, you can definitely do like basic editing. Like you
Okay.
absolutely can, you know, just because you have like an actual graphics card and not like something like Intel built-in graphics or internal graphics or something. I forgot what it was called, but
Mm.
people, but you see them on like business laptops and all that. But since you have a dedicated graphics card, yeah. But yeah, so anyway, back to my point though, is my graphics card is a Asus RTX 3060, which is like the low line, which is right
Mhm.
above the 3050, which is the entry level, which came out way after the graphics card shortages. But the 3060 is an overclock edition, and it has 12 gigs of VRAM.
Oh.
So it's almost like, even though it doesn't have like as much power, or I don't know what kind of power it has for like 3070 and 3080s, because it just seems
Mhm.
like VRAM is more important for modern games now.
Yeah.
And I have like maybe like 40% more than like a $900 graphics card, and I only paid 500 for this one when it first came out. So
Wow.
yeah, and that was one thing I looked at, because that's the one thing because I always looked at like graphic settings or like these testing for games and all that, and I was like, man, what's VRAM? Because I see the little thing, because you see on other Resident Evil games where
Mhm.
it says like gigs, of like, oh, how much can it take, or like before it'll start having like performance issues, because it'll let you
Yeah.
know of like what to turn on, what not, which I wish Cyberpunk would have. But
Mhm.
then again, Cyberpunk does have that cool feature of like, you know, of like going through like the towns and the bar,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that was a good little function, just to, make sure you got the right settings, or at least, optimal settings.
Yeah, because it's kind of crazy how like that game still looks good on like low settings.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the fact that you still have reflection in puddles,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
and you don't even have like, and ray tracing is not even on, and you still have that feature. But yeah, so it turns out I think every call when it comes to like anything like PC related, I'm making like the right calls.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
like I made the
Yeah.
right call with your laptop, because let's talk about the biggest issue with gaming laptops: heating.
Mhm.
Have there ever been have at any point your laptop stand or just anything in that area like warmed up a little too much? Have you ever had that issue?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, exactly.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because because that was like the biggest plus side of like specifically that HP laptop was because everyone said like, oh wow, the cooling is really good on this,
Yeah.
or like the ventilation is really good, like they knew what they were doing, you know, because it's like yeah, because that's the one thing about because there's even memes about gaming laptops where it's almost like I don't know, like you basically sometimes gaming laptops could sound like a PS4 Pro on its final legs,
Oh
where
no.
it sounds like a jet engine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
it's
It
working so hard. Because really, what causes that? It's just there's a lot of dust in the fans.
okay.
But here's the thing: it's just a pain in the ass to disassemble that. You know,
And then like try and clean it.
yeah, especially a PS4 Slim is kind of a pain in. It's not the hardest thing, but it's still a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a bigger pain in the ass on a Pro because I've seen a lot of people. I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of PS4 Pros get really fucked up,
Dang.
which is kind of, which is kind of like disappointing, you
Yeah,
know.
if you're calling it the pro, and there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah, because all it was just like, oh, you can play games in 4K. Okay, why do I need 4K on a 24-inch screen?
Yeah, yeah. If you
You
don't,
know,
yeah, if you don't have the monitor or TV to back
TV.
up,
Yeah,
so
because I mean,
it's worthless.
I still have a 720p TV.
Yeah,
I mean, I only keep it because I can watch my VHS movies because all the red like the AV plugs don't exist no more on these TVs.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, so that's why I keep it so I can still play my PS2, PS1, and yeah, all that stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, so that was like one thing that was pretty. So yeah, so that's like a good thing about it. But yeah, like so how's like your whole setup? Like how's it feel? Compared to how it used to be, how you played PC.
Bro, bro. I would just have it on the little table right by the recliner and just right there. I haven't even touched the Xbox controller just because I have the desk now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've just been playing everything mouse and keyboard, and
Yeah.
honestly, I've gotten really good at Cyberpunk with it.
Oh yeah. I mean
So,
that was the
good.
first game I played on mouse and keyboard.
Hmm. Yeah, it works good. And then, the external keyboard too, it's just perfect.
Oh yeah. I guess that's another plus too is that like instead of like having the keys on the laptop,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I mean
It was a little bit more restrictive,
yeah,
it's just
because they're hit or miss
hmm.
from what I've heard, you know, because sometimes like there's just people to where as long as they have like a good mouse, that's it.
Yeah.
But it's more like I don't know, because there's some gaming laptops where it just feels like a normal laptop on the keyboard. Like
Hmm.
it doesn't feel like an increase in quality or anything. But it's always better to have like a separate keyboard, which which is I mean it's good to hear that that you're actually
Hmm.
using playing PC games as intended.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just the whole my hands are getting used to it. They get that little cramp in them. But
Hmm.
just stretch it out.
Yeah, yeah, and then
Yeah.
also because that's usually how it is, because I mean recently I guess when the more you play you start to realize what you like,
Hmm.
or how you feel, I mean of course this is me from like doing this for like almost like 2 years more or less, having a PC for two
Yeah.
years because I mean I don't know because I finally bought like a Corsair the K70. It's the mini one, the one I had before.
Yeah.
I just got that one again, but I think there's like different switches on it, and it's not so much of the push, but it's more like the release. And that's
Okay.
one thing that I've noticed that's a little bit different, with compare, because I don't know what kind of switches I had. And switches are like the little things that like controls like how good it like goes up and down, if you remove
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the caps. But and because I've used the Red Dragon pink pastel keyboard for like a while,
Hmm.
and I still have
Yeah,
to say that's probably like the best keyboard like for $40 that I got for 30,
yeah.
and it was
It's
funny.
aesthetic. It's aesthetic as fuck.
It really is. If you're really going for that look, it's perfect for it, and it's actually a pretty good keyboard. Just because I never had any problems with it, it didn't
Especially
feel
with that.
bad.
Oh, no, because especially that game you were playing the other day too. Just matched it.
Oh, yeah, needy streamer overload.
Yeah,
Damn. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I was like, I saw that and I was like, dude, I hope he's playing that.
wow.
I
That's
hope
that
he's playing
that's
that.
that slipped my mind.
That's
Like,
all I thought about. I was like, man, I hope he's using that keyboard for it, cause come on now.
dude, that game. Oh my god, dude. Because I was gonna. It's funny. We're all like talking about like Cyberpunk and PC specs and Resident Evil flaws and all that, and then we're just like, oh yeah, I played this a game called Needy Streamer Overload, and it's funny too because I was like, I I don't know, because the thing is, more or less I kind of played it like as a joke
Hmm.
because dude, like this whole past month just sucked, like labor wise.
Yeah.
I was just seeing like what I have in my catalog, and I was just like, okay, it looks kind of cute or whatever, but there's probably like some kind of like humor to it, or maybe there's dark humor, And it's funny because I kept looking under the tag, and it says psychological horror. I'm like, so this was why? So this was and it's weird because when I saw it, but I remember, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when I bought it because I didn't know what the game was. I don't know what it was about, because it's funny because you see all this stuff. You see like Resident Evil, Cry of Fear, Visage, Evil Within, like because of games you liked, and those were the games listed, and it says like games recommended, Needy Streamer Overload. I'm like, okay, what? And then, but yeah, I played it, and that was like a good. I don't know. That was a good stream because I was still getting like comments and people in the chat, like, which I did
Mhm.
not expect. I was like, yeah, this game is a year old. I don't know how relevant it is. I'm just playing it because I just want to check it out.
Oh
And
yeah.
and it's cool because like some people came in the chat, they were just like, oh yeah, be sure you watch this, or hey, look at this right now, because there's like like I think like 20 something endings to it. You know,
20.
yeah. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. Like this is a very like this is probably like one of the most addicting games I've played in like recent years, because like I guess a whole playthrough is any it could range anywhere from like half an hour to an hour depending how you play it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. It's one
yeah,
of those.
yeah, because of how your choices are,
Yeah.
and it was funny too because some people got like some crazy endings on their first run. Got looked at
Mhm.
all of them, but my first run was just weird because okay, it was funny because I just got to the point of like, let's see how many followers I can get. And then someone in the comments said like, bro, the most I ever got was like 1.2 million. Bro,
Fuck.
bro, me, and I was really going for it. I got 4 million followers.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I was just like, how much can we get? But because I made that decision, it was funny, and I guess it felt like the best scenario because
Yeah.
since this is psychological horror, I guess the best scenario was just like she was just like, man, fuck this, and then left, and then
So are you like a manager of a streamer or something, or like what's your role in it?
I don't know.
You're like,
I don't know. Like I was just like I
thought
wanted
I
you
thought that's
were
what it was.
expecting, because I know you were expecting like a witty answer from me or a serious answer, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
I really don't have an answer.
I thought
Yeah,
that's what it is. Like you're a streamer's like manager, and they're like, "Oh, what do I do now?" It's
but
like,
you, I
"Oh,
mean, in a way
go
you
touch
are.
grass." Yeah, yeah.
No, you are in a way. You could either be supportive, or you can be toxic, or you can be like, I don't know, because I just kind of pushed her, to the point of like,
Yeah.
but nothing was bad, like, because her stress level was like low.
Yeah.
Her stress level was low. Because you also have affection level, which shows like, are you treating her right? That one was kind of medium. And then the darkness, which is the darkness level, I guess is like your mental health or whatever, or your sanity, more or less. And it's like, that was like kind of low too. And so basically it was just like, and then she was just like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. I don't know, and then I forgot, like, oh yeah, I forgot, because for like 5 days straight, I like didn't respond to her DMs. Because I was just more focused on everything else, and I was like, oh crap. And then she just got up and left, and then that was the end of the game. And because you're supposed to make it to day 30, and this was like day 20. So it was always like, I was just like, wow, dude, I got 4 million followers and it's barely day 20. And then she was just like, oh, she got tired of being pushed too far, or it was like too much pressure or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, I think this is more or less a good ending, because no one died and no one had a breakdown. But there's some stuff in that game that gets a little graphic.
I know. I was reading a couple of the responses, and I was like, let me come out stab you through the computer or some shit. And I was like, huh?
I'm trying to get that ending, because I want to screen cap that. I want to screen cap that, because it looks so cool.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like a broken screen, but it's like, it just looks really cool. I'm just like, if I get that, I will make that my new wallpaper, because it just looks so cool, and dude. Because where it's just basically, she stabs the screen, so it looks like a broken monitor.
Wow.
But there's like other endings. There's like one where you think is a good ending, but there's like a twist to where it's just like, she achieved her goal, she became a famous streamer, living in a new house, but then you discover a secret vent account, like a secret Twitter, or a supposed Twitter, parody, and you just see like, damn, everything is so boring now. It's like, what else can you do? And it just seems like, okay, and like kind of like you made it to the success, but it's like boring. Kind of thing, because
it's not what you thought it was.
But the thing is, there was like a few moments in the game that made me really think. Because of course, like, of course, if it's a game that I picked, there's gonna be something special about it, that will make me self-reflect. So that game like made me self-reflect, and that's what made me like realize like certain things, because you do look at it, because I kind of have like this personal goal where I do want to try to become an affiliate this year.
Oh, okay.
To become a Twitch affiliate, which it's achievable, but you just gotta be real consistent.
Isn't it about 100 like followers or something?
Well, I think we can actually go into it. Let's because I know right off the bat you need 50 followers.
Oh, okay.
Let's find out what it is, because it sounds like it's easy, but of course, the one thing is just like, you just got to be consistent with it. Like I'm trying to find how to path to affiliate. There we go. Wow, I'm at 34 followers. Okay. Okay, so you got to get to 50 followers.
Shit.
And you have to stream at least, which I'm kind of glad about this. You can stream for like minimum of 8 hours a week.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Which it kind of isn't. So you could kind of like just do it like twice. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is monthly or weekly.
Because if you wanted, you could just do like 2 hours a day if you're gonna do like from like Monday through Thursday.
Yeah, because some people actually do that. But I think that's just more like in the whole like the chatting.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I mean,
it's a good thing to do it like during the week because like if people are watching streamers on the weekends, they're mainly gonna like watch, their favorite ones or their big time ones. So I
yeah,
think during the week, that's a good little like it's a good chill phase, to also get more people.
yeah. I think that's how it is. And then of course, you got to stream on 7 different days a month. So which isn't bad. That's achievable. So I'm trying to like figure out, but I think like the hours thing, like 8 hours minimum. I think that's like 8 hours a week, maybe. I'm
Yeah.
not sure about that, but I know like stream on 7 different days. That's like the whole entire month itself.
Yeah.
So I guess
And you know
so. I
what
guess that's
also
like the minimum.
also probably help you. Also like the shorts that you do,
Uh huh.
they do really good, man.
But yeah,
Oh yeah.
so anyways, back to the achievements, and then of course you have to have an average of 3 viewers
Okay.
like every time, which I've heard like you can do that easily. Like if you can like tell somebody to basically like have their desktop open and just watch you.
Yeah, yeah.
You can have that.
Just like
So
have it open.
yeah, and that's what I'm gonna like do. Let's just see like who will have it up, and then also sometimes you can have like a separate account to watch it too.
Oh, okay.
So I'm probably gonna do that as well. Just so I have like someone watching from like my phone, because you
Oh
can,
yeah.
because I think I don't know, but let's just see. But yeah, you just have to meet the requirements. But there is something called unique viewers,
Mm-hmm.
and now something that's on YouTube as well. Whereas
Oh,
basically,
okay.
unique viewers mean that they don't have a Twitch account. Like basically,
Oh,
they don't
okay.
have an
So they're just
account,
playing.
but they're just watching.
Okay. Yeah. 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 I've seen.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
one thing that I do get like a lot, like quite often. It's like, oh, but you get like a lot of unique viewers. Yeah, probably because people from Instagram that are looking, but they don't bother to like make an account for free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's why I try to tell people. But I don't want to sound manipulative.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, hey, man, take you like a second.
Yeah. But
Might
here's
help.
but here's the crazy thing though. Path to affiliate sounds reachable,
Yeah.
but here's the thing: path to partnership, being a
Uh.
Twitch partner, because here's the thing, I could do everything to be a Twitch partner, but the biggest goal is whatever is you have to have an average of 75 viewers. An
Ooh.
average, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, because basically it's at that point to where it doesn't matter how many followers you have to have
Mm-hmm.
viewers. And that's one thing I noticed too, to where if you have someone who's following, because even I do it myself, to where I'll follow somebody and then I'll never watch them again.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've done that. I've done that. But
Yeah,
then also like they might not stream like consistently, so I might not get the notification that
exactly.
they're streaming. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad like my one dedicated fan is
Oh yeah.
yeah, my one dedicated fan is Rigo, because he says he only follows 3 people.
Oh wow.
He follows Maximilian Dude, Susie Spear Hunter, and me. And
Okay.
because he says like he only follows that because he likes when streamers are actual gamers.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, Dalton just
Yeah,
texted
that
me.
makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. What do you like, what are like some things that you notice, like as being a fellow degenerate watching VTubers? Because I'll be doing the same thing. Neanders and Iron Mouse, those are my two. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like watching Fruit Apricot because she's like cracked at Apex, man.
Oh
She's
yeah, I've seen her. Yeah.
yeah, she's really
Dude.
yeah, when she's playing, I'm watching it because she'll have some games, she just runs right through it, wins, and you're just like, let's fucking go.
But yeah, because that's one thing I've noticed. Because Rigo said like, oh yeah, I like to follow Twitch streamers or streamers that are like actual gamers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I feel like a majority of content creators and streamers, like, they're not really gamers, and
Yeah.
this is majority, like majority, like general broad
Mm.
majority. Like
Yeah.
people, because it's almost like, I don't know, like,
It's because like, streaming's like become like so popular now.
yeah,
So
like
now,
it,
anyone can do it. Now,
yeah,
they started just chatting. And then
yeah,
it turns to, hey, why don't you play a couple games with us? And then
and
you're like, oh, okay, I've never. really played before, and then you're kind of like, huh? But that's like a whole other can of worms, though, man. When you get into like different people's levels of like what kind of like different kinds of like content creation.
Yeah. Because I mean, who? Okay, I guess this is for me to take notes too. What do you like to see? Like, why do you watch the streamers that you watch? What is it that
And
makes you feel like, oh,
they're
I'm gonna keep watching them?
very entertaining engagement. They have good engagement with folks, or sometimes they're just playing cool. They might play a cool game every now and then, or they'll straight up say, "Hey, if you want to join in." Because I have some friends too that do some streaming, and if they're playing like a game you can join in, they're like, "Hey, anyone wants to hop on in? Here's the invite." Da da da. And that's always fun.
Hmm.
Someone that's just I don't know, they got that charisma, man. Like they just
Yeah, that's the one thing I
yeah,
notice because you got like authentic charisma,
yeah,
you
not
know,
that not that just fake. Oh hi guys, I'm here.
like
Da
Ludwig.
da da.
No, he just has that. Okay, because I understand because it's funny because I don't know anything about him. Like
Yeah.
the only reason I like know about people because I watch like Dr. K interviews, and
Hmm.
that's how I like discover like some people and all that. And there's just something about Ludwig. I'm just like, dude, I feel like he's like I feel like he's like a comedian or something. Like he was like a small time comedian or whatever. And I was right.
Hmm.
And it's weird because there's just certain personalities, and they even talk about it to where there is like a psychological thing to it as well, to where
Yeah.
sometimes people can't break out of like what makes them confident,
Hmm.
you know?
So they ride that they ride that little high.
Yeah. Well, it's not like it's a high. It's more like, you know, like their charismatic personality is only
Hmm.
influenced by that, you know? Just
Gotcha.
how it's kind of like I think there was even like Demon Dice, how she even said like, oh no, she has like a customer service voice,
Hmm.
which I could hear
Oh yeah.
because
Well,
she is
if
no no
you've
no
worked in
she
like some
is,
kind of like
you know,
oh sorry.
she is very pronounced in the way she talks. I
Yeah.
have not heard anything that's like, slurred or too fast or whatever. It's just like, no,
Mm.
everything's just so pronounced for her, and I'm just like, oh yeah, you were definitely like customer service or a waiter or a server, which she was,
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah, I could definitely hear that. And then there's like some people to where it's almost like, oh yeah, you're totally like in that one. And I guess that's what it is for me, but I guess it's
Yeah.
because I'm just trying to be myself as much as possible,
Hmm.
because I still want to represent of like, oh yeah, I'm just some dude to hang out with and that's it, and I kind of want to
Right.
keep that, to where, and I feel like when you're like that you can talk about anything,
Hmm.
because I mean I could talk about very serious topics in the same tone as like a very unserious topic.
But yet also you can talk
Yeah.
about like, the most obscure, just like half-ass, like no, just like half BS and half right thing.
Yeah. Oh dude,
That's
like,
my favorite. That's my favorite because you're like, it sounds like you're making it up, but you're actually like real. And you're just like, oh,
oh dude,
wait,
oh, and I love finding information like that
yeah,
about a tree that has like tiny pumpkin fruits that explode like a grenade if you get near it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a
It's
real, that's a real thing.
or the African death bush.
Yeah,
You know, don't don't worry about the tigers or the lions or crazy chimpanzee war going on. Just avoid this specific bush at all costs if you're in Africa.
the African
in the African wilderness or whatever. I don't know, but it's like, yeah, it's I don't know, it's like that kind of shit. But that's what I like, though, But then also, I referenced something in Resident Evil 4 where I talked about the existence of giants,
Hmm.
and I said, oh yeah, they were supposedly real at one point because the Smithsonian destroyed them all. for whatever reason. That reason we can't confirm. We could have ideas why, but but the thing is, there's skulls and bodies that existed. So I referenced that in Resident Evil. So I don't know, and I guess that's why I should just keep doing, just looking up like videos and documentaries of random facts, because I think that's what's gonna make it entertaining.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because I don't know, I don't know, because I guess I'm just trying to like figure out like my kind of like my persona as a streamer, because here's the thing, even though it's gonna be a blessing and a curse, which I mean, because low key everyone wishes to become kind of like Twitch famous, or at least to the point to where you have your own kind of community.
Yeah.
I think that's following.
A lot of people, like their own little like following or community. Maybe they're not like the most.
Yeah, like
maybe they don't have that many friends.
You don't have the silver button.
Yeah.
You don't have the silver button, but you got like 10K followers. And you do kind of collab with other YouTubers or Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
Occasionally, and like just stuff like that. Like, because I think about one of my favorites, Cricken. The one who does like, man, he's been around forever though. Like, dude, like Cricken is Cricken 2. If you look on YouTube, you've probably seen a video of him.
I probably have.
Yeah, definitely. Like he's still doing it, and he just likes playing games. That's it. But he plays like everything though, like shit. But basically, he could get content out of anything. Almost like he's not even trying.
Damn.
Like it's just automatically. There's just something funny.
It's just like authentic, just like content. Good.
So I mean that's just like my opinion on it. But then but I never want to be to the point to where I have to be. But then again, I don't think I'm like that malicious as a person. Because I mean, also you gotta understand, like I grew up a lot, because most of these people started like they're in their 20s, like early to mid 20s. They're still young. They're still possibly doing dumb stuff, or there's just things that they don't really have experience with, as much, like because it's almost like some
like
people
growing up in the real the real world kind of
like real friendships and relationships and acquaintanceships and connections and all that, because I don't know, because I don't think I could just be like, but I feel like I do. One day I'm gonna, if I am somewhat famous or something goes viral, I'm gonna say something that's gonna be so outlandish that it's gonna be, you're gonna have one group of people that will laugh hysterically at it, and other people who will just be completely offended.
Oh yeah,
like genuinely offended. Which, and here's the thing, I'm gonna be at like, you're both right. That's why I want to be like, you're both right. If you're, but I mean, as long as you have that balance, I think that's the good thing, because you don't want one to outweigh the other. Because it's like, because I mean, come on, I listen, like, I don't know, it's like just. But I mean, sometimes when I do talk shit about people, it just sounds so funny that it sounds like I'm joking. No, because the thing is, it's like, I really hope Mizkif goes to jail.
Oh shit!
That motherfucker's so ugly, bro. I can't stand looking at him. I'm
like, why do you want him to go to jail? Like,
he's just. I'm just like, man. I mean, I look at him. I'm just like, bro. You need a gay man in your life. You need a gay, half Hispanic male in your life to fix your fucking eyebrows, because you look awful. You look genuinely awful, bro. Like, oh my god, that's what.
It's when I heard living with all them girls and they can't fix you up,
and they can't fix your fucking face. Exactly, that's the one thing. I'm like, dude, you are ugly. You look like. You look like something I'll shoot in a horror game. I will blast you with like. It's like no. I won't shoot you with the shotgun. I will get any magical item and just disperse your fucking particle matter. Yeah. Like. Just have that fucking noise.
Right.
Yeah, or I don't know. But then again, what if that went viral of me just talking shit like that?
It's even better.
You know, just be
Because
like,
he's just gonna be like, who the fuck is this guy?
yeah. But then again, I don't know, because my rants, you know.
Hey man, people have gone viral for like way less.
Oh yeah, like for for XQC learning about condensation. It's so funny because that's how I like kind of first discovered him. I'm just like, man, this dude is a huge fucking idiot. But the thing, but then I realized like English is kind of not his first language because he is like French Canadian or whatever.
Oh.
So I guess I don't know what was the context. I don't know if he just thought his bottle was, but I guess he just did not know what condensation was.
Yeah.
You know, sort of thing, you know. And then it's like, oh, okay, I guess he's not. But then again, he was like OP in Overwatch when it first came out. Like that's what made him famous, apparently.
Yeah.
Because Overwatch was like the biggest game in the world at one point.
It was.
Yeah,
oh god, it took over.
Yeah.
And like now the fall of it has just been nuts.
Cause they did nothing to add to it, you know? It's almost
no extra content.
Yeah, man. Like I don't know how someone could play a game like that for so many fucking years and then it's like the same fucking thing over and over, you know? But yeah. Anyways, I guess I'll let you go. I got some good content out of it, and I'm gonna play some Counter-Strike, which is a game that has not changed for 10 years.
Literally talking shit about Overwatch and like Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully, this is some good content. You know, I mean, yeah. I basically every time I say I want to do a podcast, it just means like I'm too lazy to edit. I'm gonna do a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what it means.